Hi everybody, I'm Kathy, creator of Gnoggintoppers. Welcome to my crazy craft room. I just have one thing to say to you all today. I've been influenced. I've been influenced a lot, and I couldn't be happier. So, I can't wait to tell you the things I have made and I am making this week. If you're a returning viewer, thank you so much for coming back. I hope we have fun together today. And if you're new, I hope you enjoy what you see here today. And I hope it gives everybody some creative juices to go out and make whatever it is that gives you joy. I'm just going to give us a little turn like always. There we go. Now, why have I been influenced? Well, I watch a lot of YouTube. I get a lot of joy out of seeing what other people make, and I love to listen to the funny ones and the ones who talk wonderfully about their belief, and the creative ones and the clever ones and everybody in between. So, oh yeah, and if you've been influenced, drop a note in the comments and let me know what you made that you're so happy you heard about and you did create. And and just before I start, I have this beautiful scarf on today. It has tassels. We kind of took a dip in the weather, and I don't think I put on a warm enough shirt, but boy, anything around your neck sure makes you feel much more comfortable. Now, for starters, I'm just going to briefly show you this FO, and then I've got technically four other very teeny tiny FOs, and then some whips and some ideas. And I'm sure you've seen this, so I'm not going to show it for a long time. It's just my basket with the necklaces sewn in. I didn't crochet them in. I even sewed in the back part there. That's the back of it. I had a lot of fun doing this. These are my favorite. I might have done it differently, but for a first try, I really like it. And I will not be unhappy to keep it as my own. But I'll put it out there at my Mother's Day sale, see if anybody likes it too. I have a lot of other jewelry I'll be putting into other pieces as I go along, and I'll keep you updated on that. Now, how was I influenced? Oh my goodness. So, and I have a few notes so I don't forget where I found these goodies. So I'm going to show you Camilla the crocodile, and I'll show you one for starters. I made two. I was watching a lady named, well, her YouTube name is Coastal Crochet, and she's from Great Britain, and she makes a lot of the I don't know, amigurumi and stuffies and things like that for sales. And she showed this little alligator, and hers is a little better than mine, of course, but is that not a hoot? Look at the chompers on that thing. Is that not a riot? Mine definitely looks prehistoric. And his little feet. Isn't he a riot? Well, I guess it's a she. They call her Camilla. Looks a bit like just a chomper to me. So I thought, oh, that looks absolutely fantastic. And of course, she referenced the pattern, which is Camilla the crocodile, and that's made by the Crochet Zoologist. So I went on Etsy and I found the Crochet Zoologist, and I bought the pattern. It's very inexpensive. It's so reasonable, and it's written so well. And I made this. I bought it primarily because I saw it, and I had this little bit of glitter green, I don't know if you call it chenille or what, very thin yarn. I had a little tiny wee ball of it, and I thought, oh my gosh, those would make this would make the cutest crocodile. So I made this one first, and my daughter said, oh, give him a little longer tail. So I did. So I got 2 different sizes, but they'll be going into my little Mother's Day sale. Because, I mean, who doesn't want a crocodile, right? And so I have this little green ball of yarn that's about the size of the darker green that I made the crocodile out of. I was just looking to see if oh yeah, I do. I have the little tiny bit. That's all I got left. It's that little tiny bit. But you can see, you know, it's got great sparkle factor going on for sure. Very generous with the sparkles. And, you know, it's definitely not a thick yarn at all. But I didn't use this for crocodiles because after making them out of this is way too thin. And there's just so many stitches in that I didn't want to double it up because that just gives you such a potential for trouble. And, you know, oh, I don't know if this one didn't have any, like, in the back loops or anything. Did it? I don't think so. But anyway, I just decided this was too thin. So anyway, that's my first, oh my gosh, I got influenced. And I'm so glad I did. Because if I ever see any more green yarn that I think would make those in like the little thicker chenille or the blanket, oh, I'd buy it because I'd like to make a few more of those with a yarn much more similar to what she made hers out of. Now let's see what else. Seems like none of my other stuff's in here now. I got it. It's right here. So the next piece I finished, and I've been wanting to do this for several weeks. I watched a lady that I just enjoy on YouTube, and her channel's called Enjoying the Journey, Cancer is a Lifestyle, and her name's Lottie. And I tell you, she's one of those sparkle brights that people that, you know, you're just going to feel good when you've spent a little time in their presence, even if it's on a screen. And so she makes just everything you can imagine to donate. And she had made scrunchies. And she makes scrunchies, I think based on Passionate Knit Kelsey's. But anyway, I've watched Passionate Knit Kelsey for a long time too. And she makes, hands down, the most beautiful scrunchies in YouTube. And I've always kind of wanted to make them because they look so pretty and fun. But I've never really had quite the nicest yarn because I do think that Juicy Couture was perfection. But anyway, so I was watching Lottie, and a couple of weeks ago I went out and I bought myself a pack of scrunchies right here. And these are maybe a little small and a little tight, but they'll do, especially for a first go, you know. So they've been sitting around, I've been looking at them and they've been looking at me, and today was the day. So this is the second scrunchie I made. So I pulled up Kelsey's tutorial, and I used the one for the velvet because I didn't really want to get involved with the first one she made. And you know, these don't look like hers, and it's not anything from her pattern. This is all Maker's Maker's design here. But I did make this scrunchie because I want some scrunchies in the Mother's Day sale because somebody might like to buy one for me and one for my mom, sort of thing. So I'm going to try to have 2 of each. So I made this one. Isn't that pretty? So here's the yarn. This is the beautiful yarn. See, sometimes they get the weirdest little thumbnails. So I thought I'd try this one. But anyway, and I just got this for 95 cents with a generic ball band from my used yarn shop. But I did make this one, and I put a really pretty, well, I think it's a pretty yellow border around it. But the first one I made, I got in my hair. Now, I don't know if you can see this, but yeah. And I like this because I've always kind of wanted to wear one, because I am definitely a wear my hair up kind of person. And I specifically, oh, pardon me just a minute. I specifically have always wanted to make one of those scrunchies because I wear my hair up almost all the time, especially in the summer. So this was the first one I made. And not only was I influenced by the scrunchie making ladies out there, but I saw a sunflower applique pattern today. And so what I did was, since this was about the closest thing I had to Juicy Couture, and I mean, that's like, I don't know, this isn't anywhere near Juicy Couture. But anyway, it's about what I had. So I thought, oh, well, I'll just make one out of that, see how it goes. So I really liked the way it went around, but it didn't make the beautiful little folds, but I don't think I quite did it right. So then I thought, oh, this yellow would go really pretty. And that's just a scrappy yellow I have here. And so I put a round of the yellow on, and then I thought, oh, I think it looks like the sunflower. Let me put picos on it. So I put picos on it. Now, come on, who doesn't like to wear something and say, oh, that's picot? So I think it's sunflower-esque. I think it's got a little too many stitches in it, and that's why it ripples like crazy. It's more like a fidget toy now. But that's okay. So this one I'll keep for myself, and I'll wear during my sale, because I like it, you know. It kind of looks like I got a fungus growing in the back, but that's okay. But I'm going to make some more, I'm going to make some sunflower appliques, probably to do as hangers like the crocodiles. And they have really cute buttons, wooden buttons in the middle. I'll show them to you when I'm done with those. I haven't started those. But then I thought, oh, I would also like to make some scrunchies. And the first ring around, where you like put your foundation chain on the scrunchie, I'm going to do that in this beautiful maroon that I think will kind of look a lot like brown. But I didn't want to use brown exactly, although I'll get to that in a minute. And then I'm going to use my ever also favorite yarn, my Vanna White. I'll do the brown foundation ring. Then I'll do the double chains in the sweet pea. And then I'll do the picos, just like the sunflower petals in the yellow. And I hope that looks really pretty, because I'd make a bunch of those if it comes out. So I'll show you the next time if it does. And of course, when I was digging around in my yarn stash, oh my gosh, what did I find? I found brown sprinkles. I found brown sparkly yarn. Oh my gosh. I'm just losing my mind over this. So I might have to make something out of this, or I might just set it aside for a different project. But I mean, look at the sparkle factor in that. It's just stunning. So I love a good sparkle. And that, I believe, is all I have from my scrunchie department. But I will tell you, too, that I'm making the scrunchies out of... oh yes, I used an F hook or a 5mm for the sparkly stuff and the Vanna stuff, and for the boucle, I would call this a boucle yarn. Definitely a boucle yarn. For that one, I used a G hook, my G hook that got gnawed on. So that has been a lot of fun, and I've just worked on that today because we had a really busy time here. We've been in our home almost 4 decades. And we bought a kitchen sideboard, but it's like an appliance garage sort of sideboard. It's just beautiful, and we really needed something. And so we've been cleaning and, you know, getting all ready for this, emptying stuff up. The sideboard got assembled by my very intelligent, handy, and handsome husband. And so I was sent out after the sideboard was done to obtain some sort of shelf paper to protect the shelves, because, you know, sometimes an appliance might have a little drip of grease you didn't get off it or something like that. So what I couldn't find any at a hardware store, but I found something even better. So do you ever go out and you're looking for something and you can't find it, and you don't want to drive around, you know, like the countryside to try to find something? So I asked the lady, and she said, oh, we got some butcher paper that might work. Oh yeah, they did. I have to show you this butcher paper. It's hysterical. First off, it's kind of pink. And look, it has cows. What does that say? Oh, it says roast. It's got pigs, more cows and more pigs. Oh my gosh, it looks absolutely fantastic. It looks so good in there. And I'm saving this to give to my girlfriends, because I got some who love to work with paper, and I think this is hysterical. So if you got, now, if you're going to pull like plates in and out, or you got something that you're going to be moving all the time every day, this won't be for you, because it doesn't stick. We didn't want anything sticky. And it will kind of move, because it's just paper. It's thick paper, though. And, but, oh, just to have down and as a protection, oh, we open the cabinet and you see this, and it's just so joyous. Maybe not for the animals, but for all the eaters it is. But anyway, I had to show you that, because that was a real purchasing coup on my part, because I didn't want to drive all over looking for contact paper or shelf liner. So now what else do we have? Oh, I want to show you my last whip of the day. Not my last whip, but my last whip of the day. So I had talked about making Sebastian the sheep. And that's by, let's check the notes here. Oh yeah, by Billy Makes. So I have started, and look at that face. Or head, I guess. It doesn't really have a face yet. But is that not the cutest thing? So obviously the eyes will go here, and they're going to have some sort of a mouth nose thing here. And then all of this is going to be looped with the, what do you call it? The sheep fur? Is it sheep fur? Fleece? The sheep fleece? Yeah. So, I mean, this isn't going to, you know, be done in a day. But I did this in an evening. And it was, the pattern is written so well. And it was a joy, pardon me, it was a joy to follow. And I even got it right. Because I tell you, when you go into the shaping and stuff, oh my gosh, the potential for error is just, you know, compounded by how poorly you count or how much squirrel factor you have in your life. So I could not be happier with this head. I think he's just gorgeous. So anyway, I'll be hopping on him in a little bit, but I have a real keen urge to keep making little things for the Mother's Day sale. And I think it's because I've been working on some projects that seem to have been taking a bit, and sometimes you really do like to start and end something, and I've been having a lot of fun pulling out like the scrunchies and that have, you know, I've had on my mind for a while, and now I've kind of satisfied that, oh, I've tried it, and I feel good about it. So that being said, I did want to mention being influenced a bit more, that I've also watched a YouTube show called Amazing Page, and another one called Sarah's Strings. These two ladies are two of my all-time favorites to watch their collections. Like, you know, what do you make for Mother's Day? What do you make for Easter, Valentine's Day, Christmas, all those goodies? These two ladies put together some great collections. And I'm watching the two newest ones for Mother's Day. Obviously, I got a craft show coming up. And I'm writing down all the items I'd like to try. I might not get to all of them, but it sure is fun to have a big old list. It's kind of like a Christmas list for myself to have some fun. So anyway, they've been influencing me. Naughty, naughty girls. But they're a lot of fun. And I just had to show you this because I can't quite remember if I showed you before or not. Off Yarn Inspirations. I know it's in black and white, but actually it's a cow pattern. So it is in black and white, but the outside is pink. And it took me a minute to realize, oh, it's pink because that's the udder's color. So make sure you have your udder pink ready because it'll really pop the whole dishcloth, or what is this called? Dishcloth? I think it's called a dishcloth. So I'm going to make a few of those, I think. And when I figured out that was udder pink, I was just laughed so hard. Okay, so then another thing I saw and was influenced by was, well, you know, it's funny. I bought this used and I was going to use it. But now that I'm looking at it, I think it's so old and it sat so long here. It's a beautiful little purse handle. Oh, but look, it's all cracked and yucky. So I might just have to keep that for myself. That's too bad, but that's okay. We'll get over that. Okay, so I brought that up because one of them has a pattern where you sew your crochet bag onto the zipper and work from there. And I want to try that because I've done a couple of putting zippers into crochet and I really like it. But I'd like to find the perfect technique. And let me look here. Yep, lastly, I had shown you purse handles before and I had ended up with like single handles. Not sure how that all happened. But I got 2 single handles. And I said, oh, I'll find something to do with them. Oh, I have the best thing to do with them. So I want to make tapestries, like wall tapestries. Long, thin tapestries. I can just use these as instead of a dowel. They'll be perfect. I mean, at least for 2. So anyway, so I wanted to show you those because I think that'll work out really well. And that is truly all I have today for this Tuesday. But I'm very excited. I'm having a whole lot of fun putting things together. I hope that you have a fantastic week. If you've enjoyed what you've seen, if you've watched to the end, gee, thank you. I hope you liked it and saw something that got your inspirational juices going. And but feel free to like, share, and and if you'd like to see more, you can subscribe and hit the bell, and then you'll be notified when I'm come on. Typically, I shoot for Tuesdays and Saturdays. Sometimes they come out late in the evening. But anyway, it's my joy to chat with you today, and I hope whatever you're making, it is just giving you so much pleasure because it's just so much fun to create things. So have a wonderful week, and I will see you next time. Bye.